Subscribe and click on the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest videos.
உனக்கு யாராவது பழைய ஃப்ரெண்ட் இருக்காங்களா? நம்பாத.
On Friday Talkies this week, I have with me the man who's been making waves, Arvind Swami. Welcome to the show. Arvind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, Varadhan of Chekka Chivantha Vaanam is a rocking man. How did you pull it off?
I don't know how I pulled it off, but it was. It took a lot from me. It's not easy because there were so many. We had to bring in so much intensity into the film, and he's actually, if you see the film, then he's on one side, and he has to. There's a lot of travel that happens, so it's not a simple one-dimensional kind of a role. So it had a lot of complexities, its ups and downs, and so therefore we had a lot of discussion. Mani and me spoke together for a while, trying to kind of sketch the whole thing as far as Varadhan was concerned, and we had a lot of references. I mean, we just created references for ourselves in terms of how he would react and what would his mindset be and things like that. And then as we went along, we kept developing that character. And I'm just so glad it turned out well.
What's the best accolade you received for the movie? What did your wife say? I believe she saw a special show of the movie.
No, she didn't see. They all like to go to the theatre to see the film with the audience and see their reaction.
Oh, your children also have not seen it?
They went to the theatre to see it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the feel? What is the feedback from them?
They were very excited, first of all, for Mani, that it was a really successful and very interesting film. So, firstly, they're very happy for Mani, and of course, they liked my work, and especially the pre-climax bit and all that. My daughter said, was too intense for her.
The climax was simply awesome.
Yeah.
So she also loved it.
Everybody loved it. But the best accolade I got from Mani is during the shoot when we were discussing something, and then he said, I think now you know Varadhan better than I do.
Okay, so that means you got into the skin of the character.
Yeah, so that's what he meant. Of course, it's just a compliment, so that meant a lot.
How comfortable were you doing this? This is a multi-starrer. There are other actors also in this movie. But how comfortable are you doing multi-starrers? Because before that...
I don't really... I started off with a multi-starrer in Talabadi.
That was a long time back.
I know, but I'm very secure about my craft. I'm secure about my role. So I'm not really concerned about who else is there in the film. Concerned in the sense, I'm positively happy that there are other people in the film who are talented. I'm not insecure about what I do. So,
was this Varadhan role written keeping you in mind, or you were the first choice for this particular role?
I think I was the first choice for this role.
Okay. Yeah. And having worked with Mani sir for 7 movies.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
8 movies.
Yeah.
Chekka Chivantha Vaanam.
9 also.
9th. Okay, including a dub for one film. Yeah. Okay. So 9 films you have worked with him. Did he have a soft corner for you? Did he give you that extra, screen space or what?
I don't think Mani is going to be doing all that. For him, most important thing is the film. If I fit into the film, yes, then I'll be offered a role if I fit into the film. There are many films that he's done, even in the 90s, after Roja and Bombay, where I didn't have a role to play. So I don't think he has any soft spot. If at all, he has a lot of comfort, and he knows that I can pull off something or I cannot pull off something. And he knows that I'll go to any lengths to make sure that that character stands out in some way. So I think that's kind of a trust element that is there. It's not a soft spot.
Actors and directors over the years have, built some crackling chemistry. Similarly, with Mani sir, you have a chemistry. 9 films, I don't think anybody in Indian cinema in recent times have done 9 films with a particular director. what's the secret of it? I mean, how do you, see each other, and what's your comfort level?
For me, it's a no-brainer in a sense that I started out with him. I didn't know what movies were, what acting was. So to me, it's like going back home. So the answer from my side is very simple. I'd love to work with him again and again and again. And if that's the only work that I get, I'm happy with that also. I'm not. It's a very easy answer for me because I'm very comfortable and I enjoy working with him. I learn a lot. He knows. He gives me challenges. He throws challenges at me. He makes sure that he encourages me along the way to reach those objectives that we have for the character. So it's a pleasure working, with him from my side. As far as he's concerned, I don't know what he sees.
Out of the 9 films that you have worked together, which would you say is your best pick of the lot?
It's very difficult to say. Each one is special in its own way. Talabadi, for example, is special because that's the first time I walked into a film set and understood what filmmaking was all about. Kadal was also special, even though it may not have commercially done well, because I was never thinking of coming back. And it helped me more than extending my career in films. It also helped me physically feel confident about myself to after my accident and all that, to get back. So whether it's commercial or not, but to me it has more meaning, and these 2 films have a lot more meaning in life than the more successful ones.
I would say Bombay and Roja are your biggest major pluses with Mani sir.
I mean, commercially, yes. Commercially, those 2 established me as an actor acceptable in the entire country, in a sense, because both were national hits. So, yeah, from a commercial standpoint, yes. Personally, these 2 are very important to me. Work-wise, I think the most intense has been Varadan. From Chekka Chivantha Vaanam. In the most intense role that I think the intensity that I felt, I think was the most in my entire career, I'm thinking.
And how did you get into Varadan? Did you have any notes to take, or did you, notice somebody doing this kind of movie?
No. I mean, there was no reference from outside. It's something that we created internally. For example, we physically we wanted him to resemble a bull.
Oh, what is a bull in China shop?
Well, he could be. If you corner him,
Yeah,
like
if
in
you
the
corner him,
pre-climax
the
area,
character.
then he's a bull in a China shop. He'll run you down. So, the physicality had to be like a bull. So that's something that, just when we were talking, it just came up and we said, okay. So then the physical transformation also, if you look at, it's not like it was, it's not like it was like cosmetically this thing. It was more like he's a bull, he had to be like that.
You were wearing a dhoti in most of the scenes.
No, not most of it. I mean, most of it is just trouser and shirt. A couple of scenes, whatever, dhoti. But I think in that film, in that portion where I had I was topless.
Yeah,
I had
exactly.
To say. Well, then that was with Tal. I think I was coming out of the bathroom in.
So you are fine with showing your body for a travel scene like Salman Khan or somebody like that?
I don't know. I can even show my paunch. It doesn't have to be a body that you like. If it's a character and he's walking around with
So it's more for the character you did it.
Yeah, of course.
How would you justify this Aditi Rao's role in the movie? Because some critics have said that that role was not necessary, and your romance or your affair was not highlighted.
Well, there's with so many people in the film, there's only so much space. So we start out shooting the film with different things. Like, for example, there are quite a few other scenes that I acted in which are not in the film.
Edited out.
Yeah, it has to be because end of the day, the product has to come out well.
Definitely.
It's debatable whether if I had added that scene or if I added this scene, whether it would have been still better or not, etc. The fact is that we are sitting today with a film that has been welcomed by the audience and has been accepted by the audience and is being celebrated by the audience. So then I logically for me, then this is the best structure for the film. It's as simple as that. So let's get on to the next one.
Okay.
So, I mean, in a sense that's how I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
what could have been doesn't really...
Yeah, the length of the film also is very important. 2 hours 22.
Yeah, see, people, what we need to understand also is that, just an extra bit here and there, even within a scene or between scenes, can spoil the film. Your attention span is only that much. Not just the 2 hour 20, but even within the momentum that the film has, whether something is required, whether something becomes a distraction, whether something actually pulls it down or distracts you from an emotion that you're actually making the audience travel with. All these things are very important, which is why suddenly even when you structure shots between, like when you have something intense and then you have a long shot of, let's say, I'm just saying a city and a thing, it's basically meant to give you some relief for that 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. So everything needs to be come together for one purpose, which is to make a successful film.
Everything has to fall into its place.
Yes, I mean, I can't comment on whether Aditi's role was necessary or not, but it was, I think it gives another dimension to Varadan. It gives a dimension for you to understand his mindset, because he reveals something, if you listen to it the second time, to her on his motives and his mindset and his intention and all that. So I think it was, to that extent, I think it was very important.
Actually, I like the scene where Jyotika comes in. That
Yes.
confrontation
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
It's been done so nicely, neatly, no melodrama or anything.
yeah.
Did you plan it that way? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we shot it. That was a scene that I really liked also. I liked the lines that Aditi had actually in that thing. So it was there in the original script, and so that's how it was planned. It was actually a little more extended, I think, from the first draft. I mean, in the first draft, but like I said, everything has to be within.
And Joe was good.
Everybody was good. I think without exception, everybody acted well, including people who just came for one scene and went. Or I think everybody did a great job.
So perfect casting, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I would think. Honestly, I haven't heard anybody say that somebody did not do well.
No.
So in that sense, yeah, I would say perfect casting.
So everything,
Especially Varadan, I would say.
of course, because a lot of people are saying good things about Varadan, especially.
No, I was joking, but everybody did well.
Everybody. And the climax, it was a stunner, though.
Yeah.
You were prepared for it, in the sense that the emotions and other things.
Yeah. I mean, the pre-climax bit in which a lot of things happened with Varadan was that portion. I think was, like I said, it's probably the most intense work that I've done. In fact, the scene with Joe in the pre-climax, actually we did it in one shot. Yeah, because what I'm trying to tell you is, like, by the time we got there, not that we shot it chronologically, it was already there. Varadan and what he felt was already inside. And through this film, I think the focus was so much from me. I don't know why I got to that level of focus, but the focus was so much.
Because that scene establishes how close you were really emotionally.
With and helps you understand a little bit about his mindset and whatever. So, I mean, obviously I can't talk.
I understand.
It will be a spoiler, but I'm saying that bit, for example, we just did it in one shot. It's not about that I'm saying that I'm a very skilled person and I did it in one shot. For me, it doesn't matter whether it came in 30 takes or at the end of the day, it's the take that you see. So I'm not from that school where I think I'm a great actor if I do it in one shot. But what I'm trying to tell you is, like, it came with such ease. And it was very effective also.